Hello and welcome to another episode of DeDubs Plays. Today we are going to build an amusement park. I know, that's not what you were expecting, but hear me out and all will become clear. So the plan is still to do the beachfront build today. I've been thinking a lot about what I want to put in that build, and it's common, at least in the UK, to have a fun fair area somewhere along the beachfront, or sometimes on a pier where there's a couple of rides that people can go on. And I thought it'd be a good idea to put something like that in up at this end of the beach here. Along the back here we're going to put some shops from the leisure specialisation and the tourism specialisation, and I've got a good idea of which assets I want to pick out for that. And then across the rest of the beach we're just going to add some palm trees and some decorations and some of that DeDubs awesome sauce. Of course, in order to use the amusement park assets we first need to unlock them. So I have chosen this area up here next to our nice trumpet interchange. This space up here I really wasn't sure what I was going to do with, so I think it's as good a place as any to put a theme park in. So when I popped in the main gate we unlocked the 1-star assets for the amusement park, which are the souvenir shop, the restrooms, the game booths 1 and 2, the carousel, the amusement park cafe and the plaza. So let's get started. So I've just thrown all the assets in with no real thought. They're only there to level the park up, and I'll move them around into places that I want them once everything's unlocked. I've added some of the Edison hyperchargers at the front there, so we've got a nice big car park, and I've just put a little bit of fence around it, but I haven't really done much, and yeah, we'll come back to it when we've reached the next star level. And whilst we're waiting for that to level up, we're just going to bump the game speed up to full, and I'm going to put in some of the high density residential that I want to put along the cliff top here. Didn't mean to do that. And have a short little chat. I want to say a quick apology to Grattles for mispronouncing her name not once but twice in the last episode. It had been a long day. Yeah, sorry about that. It is pronounced Grattles and not Gretels. And yeah, as I said in the last episode, I was really inspired watching her and the way that she edited her videos, and yeah, tried to apply some of that editing in my last video, and yeah, I was really happy with the way that it turned out. Hopefully you guys liked it as well. I've been watching a lot of other creators recently, and I've been learning a lot, and they haven't known that they were teaching me, but I am incredibly grateful for the lessons that I've been getting. And I found myself in a community that is really supportive and welcoming, and so glad that I took the step to start doing making content. One of the creators that I've been watching recently is Just Roscoe, and I really admire the way that he's able to get his enthusiasm and personality across in his commentary. It's something that I struggle with. I love playing this game, I love making content, and I listen to my my commentary when I'm editing, and I don't hear the enthusiasm, which frustrates me. I want to be able to get it across a bit better. I think it's improving. I think it's probably something that's just going to get better with time, but yeah, I really admire Just Roscoe for the way that he's able to really get that enthusiasm across in his commentary. He's a fellow Brit. He's playing on PC, and the assets that he uses in his city all UK themed assets. And honestly, his city looks like it could be like a 10-minute drive from my house. It looks fantastic, so do go check out his channel. I will leave the link in the description as usual. But yeah, that's something that I am really trying to work on at the moment. It's just trying to get more of my enthusiasm and personality across in my commentary, and it's something that he does really well, so yeah, do check him out. So now we've got these lovely apartments overlooking the cliff top, and it's exactly what I was after. I've been through and I've made them all historic, so they won't get any larger than they are now. But just take a look at this view. Imagine when we've got the downtown on the other side of the water there. I think this would be a lovely place to live. Cracking view. So whilst I was working, we hit 5 stars on the park I put in a couple of episodes ago, and we unlocked the Trampoline Park, which personally I think is quite an ugly asset and I very rarely use it, but we've got it available now anyway. I also did a bit of housekeeping. I popped in another water pump, a water treatment plant and another cemetery. And I realised that I'd forgotten to put the high density taxes up to 12%, so I've done that. And I went through the policies. I switched on smoke detector distribution, recycling, parks and recreation, and recycle plastics in the services tab, and encourage biking and filter industrial waste in the city planning tab. And we've finally got our industry area leveled up as well, so now we can put the workers' barracks in, the steel plant, glass manufacturing plant, ore storage, and the small underground ore mine. Okay, so this is going to be another case of just popping assets in wherever I can fit them without much of a plan, because there is a plan for this area, but it involves having the highest level assets available. So it's just a case of getting everything in, trying to get the production up and making jobs for the workers so that we can get to that level as quickly as possible. So the ore industry workers barracks is one that we're going to want to keep. That increases the efficiency of the workers in the ore industry area. I'll pop a couple of these small underground ore mines in so that we can increase our production capacity. And I'll just pop a couple of these in here just as a temporary place to put them, and maybe stick a storage area just there. That'll link up the power as well. And yeah, it's a bit of a sprawling mess at the moment, but as I say, there is a plan for how this is going to look when it's all finished, and yeah, it's not going to look like this. I was showing my wife around my city and she spotted something that I have never noticed before. But the people in the Japanese garden will occasionally just run over the top of the koi carp pond in the middle. Look, there he goes. That's hilarious. Just straight across the top of the pond. And another one. So I've popped in 2 zoning areas on the beach here. I'm going to make one of them the tourism specialisation and the other one the leisure specialisation. So on this side there are 4 assets that I'm looking for that I think will look quite nice, and I'm just going to lay them out just here. And then in this spot here we're just going to pop the bounce house. I think it will work being opposite what's going to be the fairground rides, and I like the fact that the sand shows through and it's not surrounded by concrete like a lot of the park assets are. So yeah, I think that'll work nicely. Okay, so we just got our first level up of the amusement park, and now we have rotating teacups and the piggy train available to us. And I'm just going to extend the path a little bit and just come randomly over in this direction. Again, I'm just popping the assets in to keep the park leveling up, and I'll work out where I want to put everything once everything's unlocked. And that was more than enough to get the entertainment level high enough for our next level up. So again, it's just waiting for the visitors. Okay, so as you can see, our ore area has hit 3 stars. It took me by surprise because it was really quick, and I accidentally just skipped straight past the unlock screens. But we've unlocked the this one here, the medium ore mine. We've unlocked the seabed mining vessel, which obviously isn't appropriate for our area, and we've unlocked this one here, which is the rotary kiln plant. Now I do want a couple of the rotary kiln plants in my finished build, and they're going to go right in the middle of this section here, so I'm just going to move these assets out of the way and pop the rotary kiln plants in there. Right, that will do for the time being. Hopefully that will level up again soon. I had to play a little bit of whack-a-mole to get the assets that I was after, but these are the ones I was looking for. I've got a souvenir shop on the end there, a little nightclub with the palm trees on the roof, nice little cafe with some tables outside which I thought suited a beach area, and another nightclub with a open rooftop plaza area. And yeah, I thought they looked quite nice. Then on this side I had to play a lot of whack-a-mole, but I've got a nice variety of buildings that I think look reasonably nice. A lot of them have got little tables and chairs outside or on the rooftops, and yeah, I think it's looking quite nice. Got a little ice cream shop there as well, some crime being dealt with, Go on, arrest the criminals. Oh, and a body being dealt with as well. Was that a murder? What happened? So now it's time to start working on the rest of the beach area, and we're going to start off by choosing a nice pier asset. Okay, so that proves to be a little bit finicky to try and get in. All I've done, I've just pulled a little bit of dirt road down towards the beachfront there and stuck a pier on the end of it. Yeah, struggled to get that in place. It kept trying to jump snapping positions, but I'm happy with where it is now. I think a couple of beach volleyball courts along here would be quite a nice addition as well, so we'll pop a couple of those in. And they've also made sure that the pier's got power too, which is great. I think this plaza with trees might make a nice addition to the beach as well, so we'll pop one of those in just about there. And then I think we'll use some of the nature reserve paths. I think they'll look good. Let's draw some around this plaza and see how they look. Yeah, I think that's good. We'll use some of these. I think we'll put a nice curved path in down from about here to the pier. So we'll start off with a little straight section, and then we'll just go. We'll come from this end actually. We'll go. Let's turn our snapping off. Put that one on, and we'll go out about that angle, and then curl up to there. That looks good. Yep. And then we'll go out like that, I think. Yeah, that looks good. And then to about there, I think looks quite nice. Now we need to put in some decorations. So now, if you're on PC, you can place one of these nice big pieces of ground cover and then stick a tree right in the middle of it. Unfortunately, on the console edition, you can't overlap these like that, but you can achieve a similar effect with some of the lantana by placing that around the base of the trees. And yeah, it's about the closest we can get on console edition, but I think it gives it quite a nice effect. Okay, so obviously I've left a bit of blank space here for the fairground rides, which we're still waiting to unlock. But we've got all of the nice buildings along the back, and they're interspersed with lots of trees and rock assets. On the beachfront itself, I've put some of the canoes, picnic tables and folding chairs from the nature reserve decoration set. Some of the larger rocks scattered here and there as well. And then over at the far end here, we've got some of the really big rocks and a lot more trees, so it looks much more wild and overgrown over this end. All in all, I think it's looking pretty good, to be fair. I was a little bit nervous about doing a beach build because I haven't done one for a long time, and yeah, I wasn't sure how it was going to come out, but I think I'm quite happy with it. Yeah, I think I've managed to add that DeDubs awesome sauce I was talking about. And there we go, we've got another level up for the industry area. Now we have car factory, we've got maintenance building, fiberglass plant, another storage building and another underground ore mine. I also forgot to mention earlier that we've also unlocked the industrial steel plant and the electronics factory already as well. Okay, so I've just added a few of the new buildings in, and we've got enough jobs available to reach the workforce that we need, so just need to wait for it to reach the final star level now. So I decided to add a bus route to the amusement park because I thought it might help get the numbers up quicker, and it turns out that was a really good idea. This bus stop here, which is heading from this district over in that direction, has about 380 people waiting at it at the moment. So yeah, we definitely are going to get some use out of some public transport over here. But as you can see, we still need another 1,000 visitors to the park to level it up to the next level. So I think I might start doing some decorating over here. And we have a full cemetery. I think I'll pop another one just here, just as a temporary measure. I'll get rid of it once we've got the crematoriums unlocked. Yeah, I think whilst we're waiting for the amusement park to level up, we'll put some decorations in here. Before we put the decorations in, I left a space for a school. Now we still have plenty of capacity for high school students, as you can see, but I think I'm going to pop the school in here anyway, just so that I know what the space I'm working with is going to be. Not entirely sold on it, but it'll do. Our amusement park has finally reached 3 stars. Now we've got a swing boat available, House of Horrors and bumper cars. And just as before, I'm just going to throw them in wherever. Still just waiting to get the assets from the 4 and 5 star levels to put on the beach. And as I said earlier, I'm just going to throw them in wherever and organise it once everything's unlocked. I might pop the pirate ship on the beach as well. I was thinking definitely I want the Ferris wheel and the roller coaster on the beach, but I think the pirate ship could look quite good on the beach as well. Yeah, I'll think about it. Okay, so I've laid out some paths across the new district here. Whilst I've been doing that, I've been thinking about today's episode, and it's jumping around a lot because quite a lot's been going on. But there's not a lot that's going to end up in the last video. Like this area over here, for example, I've just dumped everything in there. There wasn't really anything to watch, so same with the industrial area. So I think I've got a lot of time to fill, and I've been trying to think what to do with that time. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start laying out the roads over in this direction. So we'll start with the highway. I'll use a quick bit of editing magic just to make everything look nice and smooth. So once again, the magic of editing has done the job. Now, I did quite like this feature that was running through the map, but I just couldn't really see a way to incorporate it into the city. So yeah, just decided it had to go in the end. Bit of a shame, but such is life. So we'll carry on bringing the highway up this way, and we'll just go to about there, I think. So this highway is going to go across here. I'm going to buy this tile and we're going to link that highway up to that highway at a later date. I might want to curl it around a little bit actually. Yeah, I think I want to curl it around. Okay, so we're going to be building the road layout for this area up here. Obviously I've got the bottom part marked out now with the highway. I think at some point I will be putting another interchange in just up here somewhere. You've probably figured out by now that I quite enjoy an interchange build, but I will leave that for a while because otherwise I'm going to run out of highway to build interchanges on, and I won't have any left to build at the end of the season. So yeah. But we've got to bear in mind that we're going to need some space over here for the interchange. We will have a little bit of area to work with up this side. I had a little look at where the border of the tile is, and it looks like the border's just about here. So from this point onwards, this will be the edge of the city, and we can't build anything upwards from there, but we can build up into this little peninsula here. Oh, my beautiful DCMI, look at it. I really need to get a helicopter fire helicopter thing, you know what I mean. Oh, we've got a lot of dying citizens again. Another full cemetery. I really need the crematorium to unlock. Like it's becoming a bit desperate now. We definitely have to work on pushing the population up in the next episode. Let's have a quick look actually. Okay, so Crematorium is actually 2 milestones away. I need to hit 14,000 population, which is an increase of about 6,000, so I definitely need to start getting some high density housing in quite soon. Now I've been using these roads to mark out where I'm planning to put the rail in the future, so that's going to mark out the top of the area, and I think we'll mark that out next. We'll just put something like that in, and I want the rail to end up coming down along this side of this tile. So maybe it'll come along approximately there. I was thinking I might try and keep that rock, but it's becoming quite clear that there's going to be an interchange and a rail line running pretty much where that is, so we'll get rid of that as well. And I'll just smooth the land out a little bit here as well. So our rail will come over the highway about here, and then it will continue to run along the top of the area over here. Okay, so yeah, I think the position of the rail is starting to become reasonably clear. So if you follow this road along here, and we follow this one along here, where do we meet? I think we'll do this the other way around. Okay. Okay, so we've got a nice little point where they can meet there, and then I think we want to run this road up more in that direction so that it goes over towards the peninsula. So we'll go, maybe we'll use a curved actually. We'll bring it out just a little bit and then just curve it up towards that. Okay, so I've run a couple of bridges across the highway, so we've got some good access to the other side when we get that far. Use the American 2-lane truss bridge on that one just to give it a bit of variety. Just standard road on this one. Just curved that one in slightly. And then I've been looking at where the cargo rail is going to go. So this is all going to go, and there's going to be a cargo station here. I think the cargo line, I was just going to bring it back down towards the other line and run them parallel there, but I think what I'll do is I'll just keep the cargo line going up in this direction and bring it back in to run alongside over here. Then we need a decent amount of space, so if we come to about here, and then we'll put the cargo station for this industrial park in around here. This is approximately the point where the border will run from that tile up there, so we can build all the way up to the coast here. So I think this makes sense to be a good place for the industrial park, and I'm just going to run a little road in there to mark it out for the time being. So on this side I think we'll just bring a road straight across there. We'll go, I think we'll go out there. These are going to move once I've got the crematorium unlocked, and I think what I'll do is I'll extend that there, and I might just run off another little dead end there, and we'll have some space for some housing, and then maybe a park or some service buildings in this section here. I think yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, so we've got a bit of an idea for what's going to go on at this end now. We've got some low density residentials going to go in here. Nice little industrial park just up here with a cargo station to serve it. We're going to have an interchange just around here. Not sure what I'll do with this peninsula yet, but obviously it's not unlocked yet, so I don't need to really worry about that. If you've got any ideas about what we could put on the end there, then feel free to leave some suggestions in the comments. But yeah, I don't think we're actually going to be working on this for a while yet. We have other needs that need to be addressed, namely getting that population up so that we can unlock crematoriums, which are actually becoming quite an urgent need now. So I think we're going to start working in this area and putting in some high density residential as one of our top priorities. Probably start on that in the next episode. Also, as I mentioned earlier, in the next episode I want to just completely redesign this area here. And oh yeah, I think the population is also going to be necessary to get our last level up on the ore area over here. Also in the next episode we will have hopefully unlocked all of the amusement park assets, and I can build the amusement park area over here. I think that's going to look quite good when it's done. So yeah, lots of ideas about what we're going to be doing in the next episode. I think I'm going to finish off in this episode with a time lapse of me decorating over in this area here. Now let's get into that time lapse and add some awesome sauce to this area. Okay, big fun. So I've just finished the decorating pass, at least on this half of the district, and I've noticed that at some point my Xbox disconnected and I didn't realise. So I'm not sure how much footage I've got for it, but I thought I would just very quickly just take you through what I've done before I call it an episode. So I only came up to about here, so all of that side is done. This side I will come back and do in the next episode. We've done lots and lots of fine detail, got a nice little plaza in here for example. I've put some of the outhouses from the nature reserves together to make a kind of tool shed, and made some of these gardens look much bigger than the original gardens that came with the assets. I've put in some nice wavy paths, this rock detailing. I actually saw this on another YouTuber's channel, Joy Build Cities, and I thought it was a really effective trick. These little rows of rocks. Yeah, some more of the big rock detailing, a couple more little plaza type things about the place. We've filled out this whole area quite nicely. We've got a few little places where there's some benches in there. Did a little, where did I put it? A little custom play park over here as well. But yeah, all in all I think it looks pretty good, and yeah, I'm happy with it. So if you're enjoying my content, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps my channel, so please go ahead and do that. If you don't like it, leave a dislike. I'm quite happy for you to do that as well. And if you've got any ideas, any suggestions, any feedback whatsoever, please get into the comments and let me know, and I will catch you in the next one.